I do appreciate you, Justice Dhingra, for joining us. Can there be any justification that even though a judge has been indicted by an in-house panel, there isn't any need for any criminal investigation? Vice President Dhingra has even talked about revisiting the Veeraswamy case. Do you believe that there cannot be any justice in this case unless a criminal proceeding is also initiated?
See, where is justice in this case? The committee has stopped short of investigating as to what was the source of money. Committee has only investigated whether money was there in the storeroom or not. It has not gone into the question what was the source of money. So, this inquiry which has been conducted by the committee is actually of the facts which were already known to the people, and committee has only confirmed. Where is the investigation actually? There is no investigation. Committee has only confirmed what was already in the public domain, that notes were there in the private outhouse and they got burnt. Committee has confirmed this fact, that's all. And they belong to, the outhouse was actually being used by Justice Varma and his family, and they used to put their belongings. That could be assessed only after taking key from them. So these are the facts which were broadly in the knowledge of the public already.
Right.
So what committee has done? I don't know.
So you're agreeing to the fact.
Reached to that.
So then, may I take it that you're agreeing to the fact that to take justice forward in this matter, there must be an FIR and a criminal proceeding to investigate further?
See, it is a criminal case. Assume that this money has, see, if you are going through some newspaper these days, and Ahmed has been arrested only on the charge that he was accepting money, no money has been recovered. An almost of the court has been arrested that he had asked money. No money has been recovered. Here in this case, if from judge house crores of rupees are recovered and you are not doing investigation into in which cases he accepted the money, what was the source of his money? Why he was not, you see, the first thing should have been the registration of FIR. Now, if you say that FIR cannot be registered without nod from the High Court or Supreme Court, then High Court Chief Justice should have given nod immediately. That okay, it is not a matter which can be investigated by any other agency except specialized agency. Then he sent it to, he passed on the buck to Chief Justice of India. Chief Justice of India, see, instead of ordering investigation by CBI or other agency, constituted an inquiry to go into the facts already known. He wanted the confirmation of the facts which were being circulated in media, that a fire took place, bundles of notes were burnt within the storehouse, and that's all. Where is the investigation? I don't know.
So
if
why
is called investigation?
So why is the High Court or the Supreme Court?
In every case, it should be like that.
So why is the High Court or the Supreme Court or the Chief Justice not ordering one? Why do you think they're not ordering one when it has become obvious that to restore public faith, an FIR must be registered and an investigation must be conducted?
See, why they are not ordering, only they can answer. I can only say that shielding a corrupt man is equal heinous crime as the corruption itself. You have shielded a man. You have shielded a judge whose house was found full of notes. And you see, the situation has come that the currency notes he could not store in his own house, he stored in the outhouse. See, look at the situation at which level of corruption is there in the judiciary. And this is not a single case. You are transferring judges from one court to other court As you see, police transfers one SHO from one thana to other thana. When a case of corruption or impropriety comes against a SHO or a police person, you just say, okay, we will transfer him from this to that place. So, is the corruption wiped out? It is putting corruption under carpet.
Yeah.
See, I don't know why judiciary is acting in this manner. Only judges who are acting in this manner can answer why they have not ordered.
Yeah.
And I'm
Mr. Dhingra, can you hear me? Okay, let's try and get that connection with Justice Dhingra back. But he's saying something very important, which is that while he can't answer for why an FIR is not being ordered by the Chief Justice or the Supreme Court, shielding a corrupt person is also a crime. And he believes in this case, effectively, Justice Varma has been shielded from what seems to be a clear-cut case of corruption. What is also interesting right now is that while impeachment chorus is growing, some were also suggesting that Justice Varma has refused to resign. Justice Dhingra, I have you back with me. I wanted to ask you that there was this suggestion that Justice Varma should resign. But just resignation and then escaping an investigation, would that have not been a travesty in itself? Resignation cannot be a solution to such a finding.
See, that would be rewarding the corruption. You see, once you resign or you take voluntary retirement, you are entitled for all full benefits of the service. You get pension, you get gratuity, you get all perks which are attached to a retired judge, and you get everything. Only you lose is 6 months or 1 year of remaining service.
Yes.
That is not the punishment. See, this is rewarding. If this is the law, it should be applied to every Tom, Dick and Harry in the, you see, IAS, IPS, that you, whenever somebody is caught in corruption, tell him you resign and go home. Is it the law of this country? And this is the same Supreme Court which have made observation. Howsoever high you may be, law is above you. But law is above common man, not above these VIPs and above our lords. These are lords of our Supreme Court and High Court. If law, you see, if any other head of department had refused to get an FIR registered, Supreme Court would have called that head of department to its court and scolded and left and right him that you do not know law, you have no basic understanding of law, that you are saying no FIR should be registered. And here is the Supreme Court bench which is saying no, we will not order registration of FIR. You go to Prime Minister. Why should they go to Prime Minister? He was working in High Court. And for registration of FIR, nod of High Court Chief Justice or Supreme Court Chief Justice is required in all criminal cases.
Absolutely.
Why they did not give this nod?
Exactly.
They should give the nod to the police for registration of FIR.
Right.
If they
first they tried to transfer the judge.
They are equally culpable.
Yes. First they tried to transfer the judge. Now there is no nod for an FIR. But Justice Dhingra, I want to ask you a question also about Justice Varma's previous rulings. What happens to them? If there is a taint of corruption on a judge so openly, what happens to their past rulings?
This is what I was saying. The source of money should have been investigated. In what cases he accepted bribe? Then only you would have known whether those judgments were given again for consideration or they were fair judgments.
Should they be reopened?
Anybody can challenge that no. Yes, the party affected can go to the court, reopen it, because I doubt that this judgment was given against me because of corruption. Or the Supreme Court can so moto also say that yes, we will reopen. Recently in Punjab Haryana High Court, on the charge of impropriety or corruption, after reserving of judgment, Chief Justice has called the case to its own bench. Why so? only because there was doubt that the case was being decided on the basis of corruption.
Right.
So that should be the right approach, that you reconsider those judgments given by a judge and find out the source of money, and the judge should be treated like any other criminal.
Sir, my final question to you, Justice Dhingra. Chorus for Justice Varma's impeachment is growing. It's a cumbersome process. It has never been successful in India, attempted very seriously twice, but overall 6 times. Do you think in this case it would be the right thing to do, impeach Justice Varma apart from other proceedings? And do you think it will be successful?
You see, impeachment is needed to remove him from the post, which can be, you see, he can be removed only by impeachment.
Yes.
He will otherwise continue on the post. Criminal action is altogether separate from impeachment. Criminal action is for criminal act, not for any other impropriety. And there is no protection available to judges for corrupt practices, for adopting corrupt practices. You see, here Justice Varma's stand was that I have been framed up. Then where was the necessity of even nod from the Chief Justice? Police Commissioner should have taken courage to register an FIR that this money has been found in this condition. The owner of the house or the allottee of the house says that he is being framed up, so we will find out. We are registering an FIR to find out the source of money and framing up.
Right.
That would have been some, but police did not take that courage. Police is, you see, so afraid. Actually, the attitude of our High Courts and Supreme Court in cases of bureaucrats and police officers is so rough, so shoddy, that they call anybody to the courts and scold him publicly. Looking at that attitude, our bureaucrats and they are always afraid of going to, you see, taking anything against the Supreme Court and High Court. So that is why the police must be afraid.
Yeah. Is that impeding justice in this case? That's really the big question now. Justice Dhingra, I do thank you for joining us.